Hello, my dear students. I welcome you all for today's lecture. Today we are going to start with the new chapter, chapter being chapter 8 and a very interesting chapter, trigonometry. Of course, I'll first today start with the basics of trigonometry, a very important chapter. Trigonometry. First of all, my dear students, when it comes to your syllabus, we can say that all these things that we are applicable are mostly applicable on a right-angled triangle. You will have to fetch or form a right-angled triangle for applying the rules of trigonometry. When it comes to trigonometry, there are functions, trigonometric functions. Functions. Now, functions basically is a word where actually a parameter will behave in a certain manner. Parameter, again, this will be a new word for you all people, where these parameters, all these types of words are coming in front of you suddenly. But this is true, my dear students, when any concept, any idea is there in maths which behaves in a certain fashion, then we say that is a function, because it is going to behave, function in a one manner, in a typical manner. So when they behave in one definite manner, then we call that behavior as a function. Okay. Now likewise, there are some 6 functions, 6 ratios. Trigonometric functions are basically ratios of sides of a triangle, a right angle triangle. That each ratio is called as a function because it is going to be a ratio of a certain side to certain side, certain one side to certain another side. So it is going to behave in one definite manner. So let's consider first of all, when it comes to the functions, which is going to be sides of the triangle, sides of a ratio of the sides of a right angle triangle. Basically, there are how many sides now? See, there are 3 sides in a right angle triangle. Out of that, one side is going to be hypotenuse. Definitely one side is going to be hypotenuse. So let us call that side as hypotenuse only. Now we have to label or consider the other 2 sides, and when we have to separate these sides, at that time we will have to consider one angle. If I take this vertex or this angle into consideration, then considering this angle, one side is the opposite side. This is the opposite side, and for this very angle, this becomes an adjacent side. Adjacent means neighbor. Adjacent sides are going to be 2 sides, one is this and the one is this, but definitely one has been considered as hypotenuse, so that is out of already considered. So the one which is remaining to be considered is this one, and we call this as the adjacent side. Remember, with respect to this angle, one angle, one is the opposite side and the other is the adjacent side. Similarly, if I consider this angle, angle 2, then this will be the opposite side and this will be the adjacent side. Okay, this is how we have now named all the 3 sides of a triangle. For any given angle, for any given angle, for any given angle, if supposing I consider this angle, for this angle, this is going to be opposite side. I will have to label it PQR. QR will be the opposite side and PQ will be the adjacent side for angle 1, and PR will be the hypotenuse. This is not going to change. And similarly, for the same angle, for such same triangle PQR, if R is the angle that I have to consider, for angle R, PQ will be opposite side and QR will be adjacent side, PR is still going to be hypotenuse with relative to angle R. With relation to angle P, QR will be opposite side, PQ will be adjacent side, PR will be hypotenuse. It is like this. So now considering the trigonometric functions, see here, one time what I'll do, sine is sine, some people call it as sin, but don't do that, it is not a sin, it is sine. Sine of any angle, sine theta, is always opposite side upon hypotenuse. Means sine is always the ratio of opposite side and the hypotenuse. So if I consider, let us consider this triangle. For this triangle, sine R, if I consider sine R, opposite side is PQ and hypotenuse is PR. Similarly, in same triangle, sine P. See, for sine P, the opposite side is QR. Sine P, the opposite side is going to be QR. See, for sine P, the opposite side is going to be QR. Hypotenuse is still PR. So it will be QR upon PR. This is one trigonometric function that we have understood. Sine will always be a ratio of opposite side and hypotenuse. Or I can say sine theta is always equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. This is one trigonometric function that we have covered. Going to second trigonometric function after sine is usually cos. Cos theta is always adjacent side upon hypotenuse. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse means when I consider cos R, if I consider cos R, adjacent side is QR. For a cos R, adjacent side is QR. Adjacent side upon hypotenuse, adjacent side is QR, upon hypotenuse is PR. So cos of angle R will be QR upon PR. Similarly, cos of angle P, cos of angle P, for angle P the adjacent side is PQ. Cos, always remember cos angle P. First remember, try to memorize or try to remember, try to recollect. Cos is what? Adjacent upon hypotenuse. So what is an adjacent of PQ, of P? PQ. The PQ upon hypotenuse, PR. This is cos. Okay. I am done. Should have looked after this, but I didn't. Sorry for that. Now okay, back here. So now coming to, this is a blue pen. No, it's black. It's okay. Now the next is, we have covered sine, we have covered cos, and now we have to understand tan. Tan theta is always opposite side upon adjacent side. See now there is no hypotenuse over here. So tan R, I should recollect what is tan. Tan is opposite upon adjacent. Opposite upon adjacent. R. What is opposite? PQ. Of R, opposite is PQ. Upon adjacent. What is adjacent of R? QR. tan P. Again, tan. Always recollect before thinking anything else. This is a sequence of thought, my dear students. It is always important to know what are you going to think. It is very important to develop the way of thinking. When it comes to tan, what is recollect the first before going and tracing anything over there. First recollect what is tan. Tan is opposite upon adjacent. Tan P. Opposite of P is QR. Opposite upon adjacent. Adjacent of P is PQ. This is tan. Okay. So in this way we have understood tan, and now we have to understand sec theta. Sec theta is always hypotenuse upon adjacent. Hypotenuse upon adjacent. So sec R. Now sec is what? Hypotenuse upon adjacent. For R, hypotenuse is this, PR. Upon adjacent. For R, adjacent is QR. That will be PR upon QR. Similarly, I will consider sec P. Sec P. Sec means hypotenuse upon adjacent. For P, hypotenuse is still PR and adjacent is PQ. So likewise, I will get sec P. These are functions. Okay, my dear students. These are functions, because these are the behaviors, these are the ratios. They are the functions because they are going to find the ratios of these sides. Cosec theta will be again hypotenuse upon, now this is opposite side. This is hypotenuse upon adjacent, cosec is hypotenuse upon opposite side. So cosec R. Cosec is, recollect that cosec first. Hypotenuse upon opposite side. R, hypotenuse is PR. Upon opposite side of R is PQ. Similarly, cosec P. Cosec P. Cosec hypotenuse upon opposite side. Hypotenuse is PR. Upon opposite of P is QR. So this is done. Now that only one function, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. Sixth, that is the last one. I will try to adjust it over here. That is basically cot. Cot theta is adjacent side upon opposite side. So if I consider cot R, so always recollect first cot. Cot is adjacent upon opposite. Adjacent upon opposite. R. Adjacent of R is QR. QR. Upon opposite of R is PQ. So this will be cot R. Similarly, cot P. Cot is, again I am repeating, recollect. Cot is adjacent upon opposite. For P, adjacent is PQ. Upon opposite is QR. This is how you will be finding the values of the trigonometric functions that you are going to deal with. Okay, my dear students, so this is how you have to understand this. Now I will take one more consideration. See what I am going to do. Trigonometric function. Fine. Formulas based on sides and formula based on function. What I mean to say, you will soon come to know. When it comes to this, finding the, I am trying to make a chart for you all people, for my dear students. So here what happens is, always trigonometric functions will be having formulas based on sides, and also they can have formulas based on another trigonometric function, of course other 6. Like example, we have seen sine theta. So sine theta is always equal to opposite side upon hypotenuse. This is sine theta. We have also seen cos theta is equal to adjacent side upon hypotenuse. And now we see tan theta is actually equal to opposite side upon adjacent side. Now if you'll consider, this is tan theta, opposite side upon adjacent side. But one thing if you'll notice, tan theta, when you write it in the form of function, it is also equal to sine theta upon cos theta. Sine theta upon cos theta. This is one formula. Sine theta upon cos theta is one formula, and also it is by inverse. One formula we have to understand is by inverse. Functions are inverse of each other. Inverse means, we'll come to inverse means ulta. Tan theta is always inverse of cot theta. It is always inverse of cot theta. You can find the ratio of any trigonometric angle. When you are going to find tan theta of any angle, you find the ratio of opposite side and adjacent side of that angle, or you can find the ratio of sine of that angle and cos of that angle. Why do I say this? Why you'll require this? See my dear students, sometimes what happens, you don't have diagram. You don't know all the sides of the diagram. But if supposing you know sine r is equal to PQ upon PR, some value, cos r QR upon PR, you know this. You don't know the triangle, you don't know anything else, you don't know the measurements or anything like that. So I can, but if supposing I want to find tan r, I will find tan r is sine r. Remember, but it should be the sine of the same angle, whose angle tan I want to find. Tan r will be sine r upon cos r, means sine r is this, PQ upon PR, pay attention, into. Now because cos r is in the denominator, I'll write cos r over here multiplied, but I'll inverse it and write over here PR upon QR. Whatever is in the denominator, that should be always inversed and written. So here if you'll notice, PR, say PR mar jayega, and then you will get PQ upon QR. Is this tan r, my dear students? Oh, see, tan r is PQ upon QR, tan r. This is tan P, will be definitely different. Okay, tan r will be PQ upon QR. Similarly, the other one I am telling, if you know cot P, if you know cot P, if you already know what is cot P is PQ upon QR. This is the angle of, this is the formula of, which depends on the other trigonometric function, and one is the inverse formula. If you know cot P PQ upon QR, then tan P will be inverse of cot P, means inverse QR upon PQ. Just check. tan P is QR upon PQ. So that's why I am telling my dear students, you have to understand formulas three ways. You have to understand the trigonometric functions in three ways. One will be the formulas based on sides. You will deal with this. Sometimes you just have to deal with this. And sometimes inverse formulas. All three are very important. So tan theta when it comes to sides, opposite side upon adjacent side. Tan theta when it comes on other functions, sin theta upon cos theta. Tan theta when it comes to inverse formula, 1 upon cot theta. It is always an inverse of cot theta. Now comes cosec theta. Cosec theta when it comes to depends on side, it will be hypotenuse upon opposite side. There will be no, actually there is no direct formula available over here for functions. Inverse formula of cosec is definitely there. Inverse formula is cosec is always inverse of sin theta. See, you can see the formula also. Opposite side upon hypotenuse. Cosec is hypotenuse upon opposite side. If you have cosec, just inverse it and that will be sine. If you have sine, inverse it and that will be cosec. Sine and cosec are inverse of each other. Sec, this will be sec. Sec theta is equal to hypotenuse upon adjacent side. Nothing over here. And sec is always inverse of cos. Cos is always inverse of what am I doing? They are always inverse of sec. Cos is always inverse of sec. Sec is always inverse of cos. Okay, and then comes our cot theta. Cot theta is by formula of sides adjacent side upon opposite side, which is actually when it comes to based on function, it will be cos theta upon sin theta, and when it comes to inverse, it is always inverse of tan theta. This is very important, my dear students. This all you have to by heart. Okay, this you have to be very strong with. Then very important is, of course, this is more than sufficient for your people for the first exercise to start with. This is more than sufficient. First get grip of these things. First let us understand what are trigonometric functions, different ways of handling them, and then we can go to the higher formulas. So this is more than sufficient, my dear students, to start with the basics. Hope you all will understand this. Take care, my dear students. I'll stop over here. Listen to this video, get familiar with these formulas, this application. As we start with solving the exercises, then you will be more familiar with all these formulas. Okay, my dear students. So I stop over here. I request you all to stay home, stay safe, and most importantly, stay happy, my dear students. Love you all. See you all soon.